Good Wednesday morning. Quick personal story and message. I have a practice that I stepped back from practicing. And as a result, I've gotten rusty. Oh, imagine that, Tracy. Imagine that, right? Imagine that you would get rusty if you stepped back from practicing something that you consistently practiced. Well, in knowing that we get good at what we practice, again, we get good at what we practice, you simply need to start practicing again and stay consistent. That was just a mini coaching session, Coach Tracy to non-Coach Tracy. And that is what I do. So I coach myself. Self-coaching is powerful. It's a tool that I try to get my clients to implement and incorporate in their life because I can't coach you all day long. I'm not there. Although a lot of my clients will say, you're in my head, and I love that. But it's not me that's in your head. It's you are in your head. You've developed the skill, the tool to coach yourself. You're giving me credit, thank you, but you don't need to because you deserve the credit for self-coaching yourself. Okay, I just give you the tool. I just say, here's the wrench. Here's the pliers. Here's the hammer, whatever the tool is. I simply give you the tool of the art of coaching yourself. You either open the toolbox or you don't. I can't do anything about that. But if you're opening it and you're pulling out the tool of self-coaching, give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for that. Don't give me the credit. Give yourself credit. We avoid encouraging ourselves. We avoid saying, good job, my good and faithful servant. We avoid that. We want to give the credit to someone else. Take the credit for yourself. You're doing it. So I shared my personal story. I shared how coaching works. What I shared is exactly what I would do in a coaching session and how I coach myself and how I provide the tools for my clients so that they can coach themselves and do exactly what I do to live that mastery life, to live an optimal life, how they see it. Not how I see it, how they see it. So in knowing we get good at what we practice, and no, it's not pickleball. It's not anything physical like that. It's not dance or pickleball. It's something way more deeper. Okay, not that those aren't deep, but I'm going to consider this deeper. I'm choosing that. So in knowing that we get good at what we practice, I want you to ask yourself today in your self-coaching, what could you start practicing, or what have you stopped practicing that you need to revisit into your life so that you can get good at it? And always remember that we get good at what we practice. So if you're practicing something that's not serving you, it would make complete sense you're not executing and delivering in your goals. So really chew and stew on this one today. Reflect, digest on it. We get good at what we practice. Wow, I'm practicing this every day and it's not serving me. I'm practicing snacking at close to bedtime. I'm snacking every night. It's a practice I've developed, but it's not serving me. So there may be practices that you need to break or you need to change. I would encourage, usually in coaching, you to find another practice. Don't just give that up. What can you do instead of that practice that is a practice that serves you? But what have you neglected? What got pushed, you no longer did it? Then on my habit tracker for today, just today, I wrote what that practice is that I need to revisit because I got rusty. And then I marked today as I practiced it because I did this morning. And then right below right below where I wrote what I now will be practicing daily, I put an arrow and I put, we get good at what we practice, because that will be my reminder when I don't really feel like adding that line item to my morning routine. My morning routine is long enough. Adding another line item, another practice, another daily to do. But I also know that it doesn't serve me to be rusty in this area. So therefore, I need to suck it up. I need to get it done, because before you know it, I will be good at what I practice. I will save today's powerful message in my personal story to the Wednesday highlight. I'll also throw it in a YouTube video and send it out soon. Paul just heard me and hollered down, "Are you talking about my nighttime eating habit?" And I said, I actually wasn't even thinking about you. I said, but I was thinking about many of my clients. I said, I don't think I'm awake when you're probably snacking. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, because he stays up a little later now that he's not going into the plant. But when I get up in the morning, sometimes I will see a trail left behind of evening snacking, or I'll see empty wrappers in the garbage. So yeah, it's a practice he's developed. He's had it for most of his life, so that would be a hard one to break. But he could, if he chose, it's not my responsibility to choose that for him, he could easily, not easily, it'd come with struggle, but practice something new. I mentioned live a mastery life. A mastery life how you see it. If you haven't taken the Live a Mastery Life workshop, I highly recommend it, because what I cover in that workshop is what I do with my note cards. I started out with documents and I transitioned to note cards, but essentially what I cover in that workshop is exactly what I do on my note cards. So if you like the note card system, you can take what I teach in that workshop and just do it on note cards like I do now. I had a client yesterday who is doing the note cards, and she asked, so this is what you used to do on your documents? And I said, that's all it is. So it's just a different method.